Watercross, a true test of endurance.
Get a full pancake 360.
A true test of strength. A true test to find out who is the next Pro Watercross World Champion. Next on CBS Sports Network.
And sunny conditions here in Sugden Regional Park here in Naples, Florida. Welcome to the Broward Motorsports Pro Watercross World Championship presented by Heyday Wakeboats. I'm Olivia Stacy on a beautiful Heyday Wakeboat. Let's take a look at the classes of competition we're going to see today. Let's take a look at that first class we want to preview, the Pro Runabout Box Stock. They're sit-down watercraft strictly out of the box, meaning you can buy one of these today. They're available for purchase at your local dealer and can reach speeds of 80 miles per hour. These level the playing field because they are not modified. Next up is the Pro Ski Stock. These are stand-up watercrafts that can reach speeds up to 75 miles per hour, and they are extremely physical demanding. The third class is the Sport GP. It's a two-seated watercraft that can reach speeds up to 75 miles per hour. And to really see how fast these can go, we're going to throw it up to Kurt and Rick in the booth to see the Broward Motorsports lap of the day.
We're on board with AJ Lewinstra, the Ski GP class. This is the Broward Motorsports lap of the day. And we're off. Lewinstra charging towards the first turn.
Yeah, AJ's going to grab a handful of throttle, pretty much pin that machine into the first turn. It's going to be a hard left, and then they're going to go into the split section immediately.
As he drives around the outside, trying to get into the clear water, watch him as he goes through the bump wash on that powerful SXR 1500F. He makes that right into the left-hand turn. They're going to make a couple more buoys. And watch him as he charges right, charges left one more time, onto the front straightaway.
Yeah, he's going to make one more right and then one more left. You see he's on the inside split, the split buoys on the outside of him, down the front straightaway, full throttle into that left-hand turn, and then onto the right side of the course where you're kind of into a slalom section of the course. A left and a right and back again.
Yeah, he'll make that U-turn here, come back in on the far right-hand side of the course. A strong right, another hard left, two more buoys, right he goes, right again, and he's coming up on the U.S. Army wide open, back straightaway. AJ Lewinstra holding on that machine wide open on the back straight, and that completes our lap of the day.
That was the Broward Motorsports lap of the day. Later on in the show, we're going to show you some incredible men's freestyle competition, and we're going to have a women's sport that you haven't seen before. And we'll be back with the Broward Motorsports Pro Watercross World Championship presented by Heyday Wakeboats.
Broward Motorsports Pro Watercross World Championships presented by Heyday Wakeboats on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Naples, Marco Island, Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast. By Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride. By Heyday Wakeboats. And by Pro Watercross.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Discover adventure, beauty, thrills, chills, excitement, natural wonders, mouth-watering tastes, and breathtaking moments. Discover your sports paradise in Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast.
Some beautiful shots of the Paradise Coast here in Naples, Florida. Welcome into Sugden Regional Park. I'm Olivia Stacy here at the Broward Motorsports Pro Watercross World Championship presented by Heyday Wakeboats. And we saw some extreme competition in the Pro Runabout Box Stock. Let's take a look at Moto 2.
Arminio pushing as hard as he can on the inside. It's going to be really close, folks. Watch
Here
him as they cut through. Oh, man. Not quite this time, but it's going to be this way all race long.
But right now, Baldwin in the driver's seat. Looks like he's picking up a little bit of ground on Iantasca through this split.
Boy, Baldwin is shredding the inside on that 502 Yamaha.
It's going to be Brian Baldwin taking the checkered flag and the win. Nice job. Brian Baldwin takes the win. Iantasca, number 4, finishes second.
And here are how things finished in the Pro Runabout Box Stop in Moto 2. In first place, Brian Baldwin. Second, Arminio Iantasca. Third, Dylan Osborne. And fourth, Tim Neff. And in Moto 3 Pro Runabout Box Stock, you want to look out for this guy, Troy Snyder. He has multiple world titles, and a fun fact about himself is he's actually a grandfather, and he got started through motocross. And here's the lineup for the Pro Runabout Box Stock. Let's throw it up to the booth for the call.
And we are ready to go. Norby says, fire those beasts up. The third moto is ready to go.
All right, thanks, Kurt. Same to you, and here we go.
Iantasca gets a jump on Baldwin. Iantasca had 3 feet on him at the line. He can't cut him up, and Baldwin pulls away.
Baldwin on the inside of Iantasca takes lead on the outside split. On the inside split, is that Snyder? Looks like Troy Snyder.
Oh, yeah.
Number 110 takes the lead on the inside split. That is Troy Snyder, multi-time champion in his own right.
Tim Judge Motorsports powered, and he is going to get the Heyday Hole Shot Award.
The Heyday Hole Shot Award, I think, went to Brian Baldwin as he passed Troy Snyder around that first turn. You make the call.
Nay, I say.
All right, give it to you, Kurt.
For Heyday, that is Troy Snyder, the human pit bull.
Right now, barred anything unforeseen happening, he is on his way to a world title. Let's take a look at that start again.
Arminio off the line, and then Baldwin just pulls right by him, has the inside position, and once they make that corner, watches that 502 of Brian Baldwin pulls away.
Yeah, we saw right there, Baldwin had just a little bit of speed on Iantasca, enough to squeak by after Iantasca did get the jump and to take the lead. Now Iantasca in second, boat number 4, but it's 502 out in front. Brian Baldwin out of Denver, North Carolina, the race leader right now.
Great racing in the Pro Runabout Box Stock. We have to take a quick timeout, but we'll be back soon.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Discover adventure, beauty, thrills, chills, excitement, natural wonders, mouth-watering tastes, and breathtaking moments. Discover your sports paradise in Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades. Florida's Paradise Coast.
Welcome back to the show. We pick it up in the pro runabout box stock.
2 laps to go. Sorry to cut you off there, Rick. This is it. 2 more circulations. If Ian Tosca's going to have any possibility, I've got to say, as I was watching Baldwin on the inside, it looked like he's starting to get a little tired. Ian Tosca might be able to push hard right here and make him make a mistake. Like you said earlier, Ian Tosca on that number 4 Sea-Doo pushing as hard as he can to put all the pressure on Brian Baldwin.
Yeah, you know, Ian Tosca's just hoping something happens, basically, if at all. I mean, it's going to be a mechanical to Baldwin's boat, but with these stock runabouts, if this were GP, you never know. With the stock class, it's not as likely, although these are, you know, very, very powerful machines, supercharged, that are pushed to the edge, but they're in factory trim, and we don't see as many failures in this class as we would in GP, certainly. White flag out, 1 lap to go. Brian Baldwin looking for a clean sweep today. Erminio Ian Tosca, boat number 4, in second.
Yeah, I watched Baldwin look over behind him to see where Arminio was, and I'm sure he was pleased to see him that far back. This final lap is going to be critical for Baldwin. No mistakes. All it's going to take is 1 bobble, because Ian Tosca is right there. The speeds that these boats are hitting, 1 little bobble could make the difference. On the back straightaway, Brian Baldwin, final time through. He'd like to get a pro runabout box stock world championship. All he's got to do is make it through the split course. Let's watch Brian Baldwin as he tears up the inside on that 502 Yamaha. Arminio Ian Tosca trying hard on the outside, but Brian Baldwin's in the catbird seat right now.
Checkered flag comes out, number 502. It's going to be Brian Baldwin with a clean sweep this afternoon in box stock runabout. Erminio Ian Tosca, number 4, takes second. Congratulations to Brian Baldwin, and we'll be right back to speak with our world champion.
Broward Motorsports Pro Watercross World Championships presented by Heyday Wakeboats on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Naples, Marco Island, Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast. By Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride. By Heyday Wakeboats. And by Pro Watercross.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Discover adventure, beauty, thrills, chills, excitement, natural wonders, mouth-watering tastes, and breathtaking moments. Discover your sports paradise in Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades. Florida's Paradise Coast.
Tosca gets a jump on Baldwin. Ian Tosca had 3 feet on him at the line. He can't cut him off, and Baldwin pulls away. Baldwin makes a turn, and there's Ian Tosca right behind him, looking as they charge up the front straightaway.
In box stock runabout, Erminio Ian Tosca, number 4, takes second. Congratulations to Brian Baldwin.
And we're back with the winner of all 3 motos, Brian Baldwin, a clean sweep today. What was your mindset, and how did you pace yourself through each lap?
You know, I knew it was going to be a long day. You know, we got a really fast boat, and I just had to focus and put my mind to it.
Well, congratulations on the win today. throwing it back up to the guys in the booth.
Thanks, Olivia. Brian Baldwin, congratulations. Absolutely phenomenal job. Runabout box stock, moto number 3. First overall was Brian Baldwin, followed by Arminio Iantoska. Dylan Osborne was a surprise in the 3rd spot. Jeff Dykowski did a great job. Coming up next, Pro Sport GP.
Broward Motorsports Pro Watercross World Championships presented by Heyday Wakeboats on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Naples, Marco Island, Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast. By Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride. By Heyday Wakeboats. And by Pro Watercross.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Discover adventure, beauty, thrills, chills, excitement, natural wonders, mouth-watering tastes, and breathtaking moments. Discover your sports paradise in Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast.
Perfect and sunny conditions here in Naples, Florida. We welcome you back into Sugden Regional Park for the Broward Motorsports World Championship in Pro Watercross presented by Heyday Wakeboats. We're going to take a look at Moto 2 and the Pro Sport GP, throwing it up to the booth.
All right, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight right to the finish. It's Nemi on the outside, Daly on the inside. It's going to be Nemi taking the Shark Energy hole shot.
That is Sam Nemi starting to stretch his lead over the rest of the pack.
Oh, Nemi number
had an
13,
issue.
Nemi breaks. Oh, the lanyard comes off.
Oh.
His lanyard comes off, the first mistake of the entire moto by Sam Nemi, and number 5, Christian Daly rockets into the lead.
Checker flag coming out, your winner, Christian Daly.
And the top 4 finishers after Moto 2 in the Sport GP: in first place, Christian Daly; second, Richard Taylor; third, Sam Nemi; and fourth, Jules Hopkins. And now we're going to go to Moto 3 in the Sport GP, and there's some stiff competition in this one, including the reigning world champion and title sponsor, Sam Nemi. He's certainly the racer to watch out in this one. He started in the sport when he was 12 years old, and he has won multiple national and world titles. And here's a look at the lineup for the Sport GP. We're going to toss it up to Rick and Kurt on the call.
Sport GP ready to go. They're firing them up.
Last time between
It's going to be crazy.
and Sam Nemi.
Christian Daly, he's got a moto win. Sam Nemi, he's got a moto win. Watch them, and they're side by side. Nemi gets a hole shot on the outside. Christian Daly was there, and Nemi just pulls in front of him. Sam Nemi got a drive on the outside. Who we got on the inside, Rick? Can you see? Wait, that looks like Richard Taylor to me. I'm going to call it as Taylor on the inside and Nemi on the outside.
That's it, Taylor
Nemi on the outside, Taylor on the inside. Nemi going to make the turn. Taylor's right here. It's going to be close. Watch him coming down the straight. Who's he going to be?
Nemi's on the gas. Taylor cuts him off. It's going to be
Taylor for the Shark Energy Hole Shot Award. And Nemi goes skyward, and Nemi comes out.
Nemi goes down, can't control it. Huge mistake by Sam Nemi on the first lap. Comes out of that corner so hard and just lost control of that blaster.
Yeah, he landed into the pump wash of Daly and lost control completely. I am amazed he held onto that boat. He almost flipped, came up and went going. Speaking about flip.
Let's take a look at the start of this race. A great jump out of the gate.
Yeah, you can see Nemi on the right-hand side. He's on the outside, goes by Daly. He's got the whole shot. He's going to carry it around. On the other side, that's
Taylor on the inside.
And then watch as they go through, and Nemi gets into that pump wash, goes sideways, and Taylor is gone.
Yeah, Nemi just gets completely tossed right there. Did an absolutely awesome job. Taylor on the gas.
Yeah, he's already going to be lapping somebody. And here comes second place. And that's Keith Dill.
That's Dill right there, number 14
Dill with Daly right behind him.
And then Daly behind Dill.
Look at Taylor as he makes the pass on the lap rider on that 11X Sea-Doo, the white machine. He is out in front, large and in charge. Behind him, Keith Dill and Christian Daly, and those two are having a battle royale themselves.
And I'll tell you what, if it stays like it is right now, Christian Daly's going to win the World Championship.
And he will have earned it.
Yeah, second and a first. Dill's got a third and a 15.
I'm sorry, Sam Nemi has moved up into that fourth spot. He's going to rejoin the fray. Look at him at the end of the back straightaway.
Nemi's on the gas and charging back up in contention. And he's got a shot at this too. It's going to be Nemi and Daly really because of their consistency this afternoon for the overall.
Nemi taking the inside. Nemi is on fire. He is destroying this course. Sam Nemi going to run up the back of this rider, sees it coming, trying to get out of the way. There goes Nemi on the inside. There's your leader, Taylor. Here comes Nemi. Sorry, Nemi going to make a move on the inside. He's going to be behind Dill. He and Daly one more time side by side.
Absolutely great racing here in Sport GP 14. Keith Dill on the gas, looking good in second place right now. But you know what? Christian Daly and Sam Nemi really in the driver's seat for the overall world title. Richard Taylor, even though he's out in the lead right now, he had one bad finish that's really going to cost him an 8th place. But, you know, he's still in the hunt for a podium.
I got to tell you, Rick, Christian Daly on that blue number 5 machine, as he looked behind getting on the back straightaway, he and Sam Nemi on that number 13 were looking eye to eye. Those two are battling for a world championship. And it looks like Daly took the outside with the lapped rider, and Sam Nemi's got clear water. Nemi gonna make a pass here. Let's watch, your leader makes it through. Let's not forget about Richard Taylor, but for the championship, these two are gonna be side by side. Once again, Dill looks over his shoulder.
Here comes Dill, there's Daly, and then Nemi. So Nemi and Daly battling really for the world title. And Nemi comes on the outside of Daly, trying to go around. He goes way too wide. Daly pulls out a little bit more of a lead over Nemi. Nemi keeping on the gas, so recovering from that catastrophic first lap.
Can you say that? Yeah, Richard Taylor still in the lead. I've got to say, though, Christian Daly is on the move, and Sam Nemi is hunting him down. Richard Taylor looking over his shoulder. He sees the next two coming. Taylor had a huge lead. That's starting to reduce now. Here comes Sam Nemi, Keith Dill, and Christian Daly, all trying to chase down Richard Taylor.
Yeah, the two fastest riders all day have been Christian Daly and Sam Nemi, and they are now starting to push up. Richard Taylor down the front straightaway with the lead, but Sam Nemi, boat number 13, charging now. Keith Dill hanging on to second, but watch the battle for third. Nemi goes around the outside of Taylor.
Of Daly
and then dives inside of Daly and takes over third place.
Sam Nemi on that 13 machine is now in third spot, trying to chase down Keith Dill and Richard Taylor. Taylor way out in front right now, but Sam Nemi is the man of the hour. He has got a world championship right now mathematically if he keeps this position, but like we've seen already, Rick, anything can happen.
Yeah, this is gonna be really tight. Daly's got his work cut out for him on that number 5 Sea-Doo. He's gonna have to stay up with Nemi and try to force a mistake as they move through this moto. Niemi, number 13, absolutely on the gas, recovering and charging right now up behind the leaders. Let's go down to the beach to Olivia.
Thanks, guys. I had a chance to talk with a few of the racers, and they said the temperature, the water temperature, the wind, everything in today's weather was pretty ideal for racing. The only thing that was an obstacle has been the humidity in today. And of course, you know, they've been out here for countless hours today. They told me they've been hydrating, but of course, the preparation, the training leading up to today is really what separates the winners from the rest.
Yeah, no question about that, Olivia. It really takes a lot out of you. 3 motos particularly are very challenging, and you're going to see that. We're seeing that play out here today.
Rick, that's why I always call it the third and most gruesome moto.
And that is indeed what it is.
Physically just unbelievably demanding. The horsepower of these machines. And look at Sam Niemi. It's like that boat has a turbocharger on it. He's starting to walk away from Christian Daly, and he's walking right into a world championship. Now remember, on the outside, Richard Taylor still has the lead. He's still leading this moto. He's on the outside, Niemi chasing him down on the inside.
Yeah, Sam Niemi putting on a performance for the ages right now after recovering from that horrible start, almost getting off, and he is on the gas.
Yeah, the way it is right now in second position, Sam Niemi would have the world championship. Christian Daly, however, he's right there trying to get by Keith Dill and play with Sam Niemi. If Daly on that number 5 machine can catch up with Niemi and pass him, he will be the world champion.
Absolutely. Niemi's got it right now, right where he wants it. He's got this race in his back pocket. As long as he can maintain his position, keep charging, keep Daly behind him, he's looking at a world title. 111, our leader, coming around one more lap. He's been on the gas since the start. Richard Taylor with a great race here in Moto number 3. The only problem for Taylor is he had an 8th in Moto number 1. Otherwise, he would be in the driver's seat if he had a little better finish in that first moto.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, he's got to worry about keeping first place because Sam Niemi is starting to reel him in. Sam Niemi really strong as we watch Taylor come down the front straightaway. Right behind him is Sam Niemi. Daly trying to go the other way. He's got a lapper in front of him. Here comes Niemi, and he's by Keith Dill. Sam Niemi in second position. He is only 2 buoys behind Richard Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor had a huge lead. Niemi absolutely closing in on Taylor. Right now, Taylor, the 111, maintaining his lead, and he's going to ride for all he's got here in Moto number 3 and going to try for at least, he doesn't know what's going on behind him, obviously, but he's in a position for a podium spot if he can maintain the lead and take the win here in Moto number 3.
Yeah, watch number 13, Sam Niemi, now on the back straightaway, starting to reel in Richard Taylor. A little bit here, a little bit there.
Number 8, Christian Daly, fast all day today. Number 5,
see Chad Eggleston there on that number 18 machine. These riders are moving over, getting out of the way because there's a world championship on the line. It's coming up behind them.
Sam Niemi, number 13, on the gas on that Hamilton-built Yamaha Wave Blaster replica, triple cylinder bad boy, and he is full throttle down the front straightaway. Boat number 13, Sam Niemi on the gas.
Right behind him, the number 5 of Christian Daly. Remember, whoever's in front on the last moto, he is going to be a world champion. Christian Daly on that blue number 5 Sea-Doo is just boiling the water behind Niemi. Niemi, exceptional ride, no question. But this young man, Christian Daly, out of Carmel, Indiana, has a possible world championship there. All he needs to do is get by the number 13, Sam Niemi.
Yeah, that's all, right?
That's it. As we watch Richard Taylor, our leader, go to the inside, Niemi goes to the outside, and Daly follows.
Getting around Sam Niemi is
we
no
got a
easy
rider
task
down
right now.
And Niemi goes right by him. Watch here, it's a melee out there.
What an up and down afternoon for Sam Niemi.
There's
right
our leader
now,
coming by,
Taylor
Richard Taylor.
Looking good.
2 laps to go.
15, Sam Niemi, right now in the driver's seat, but look at Daly. Here comes
right
Daly.
There.
Daly putting the pressure on Niemi. If Daly can get around Niemi, it's going to be a world title for Christian Daly. Keep an eye on boat number 5. Boat number 13, the leader. Boat number 5 in second. Here we go, couple laps to go. This is for all the marbles here in Broward.
Nimi making the turn onto the USA back straightaway. Christian Daly doing the same thing. You just watch Nimi look behind him. Richard Taylor off onto the outside. Here comes Nimi. Decision time for him and Daly. Where are they going to go? Nimi goes to the outside. Daly goes to the inside. This is going to be the move. Christian Daly has the opportunity. Let's talk about it. Daly's going on the inside. Nimi obliterating the outside. Christian Daly, this is his one chance.
Surprise right there for Nimi to take that outside split. Here comes Daly on the inside.
The white flag is out. They're going to be side by side
for the World Championship.
Watch them as they go through. Christian Daly. Oh, I'll tell you what, Christian Daly may have saved Sam Nimi. He backed off the throttle at just the right spot to let Nimi go by. Wow.
Kurt, Nimi had a head of steam coming down that straightaway from that outside split, and he was not letting off.
Yeah, well, here we go. One more straightaway. The U.S. Army, wide open back straightaway. Nimi's on it. Here comes Daly. Left rider moving over. Daly starting to reel in Nimi. Look at these two.
Richard Taylor still out in front, looking for that checkered flag, but the battle for the World Championship coming down in this last lap between Sam Nimi, boat number 13, and Christian Daly on boat number 5.
Here comes Richard Taylor. One more buoy, and he's going to be your Moto3 winner. As he looks around behind him, just kind of sauntering down, putting his hand in the air. Your winner, Richard Taylor. And now your new world champion, Sam Nimi.
Oh, great win for Sam Nimi, great championship. We'll be right back to talk to our winner.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Discover adventure, beauty, thrills, chills, excitement, natural wonders, mouth-watering tastes, and breathtaking moments. Discover your sports paradise in Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast.
Watch them, and they're side by side. Nimi gets the whole shot on the outside. Christian Daly was there, and Nimi just pulls in front of him. Sam Nimi got a drive on the outside. Who we got on the inside, Rick? Can you see? Wait, that looks like Richard Taylor to me. Putting his hand in the air. Your winner, Richard Taylor. And now your new world champion, Sam Nimi.
What an incredible show here in Naples, Florida in the Sport GP. I'm here with back-to-back world champion and our title sponsor, Sam Nimi. That was an incredibly tight race. I mean, take me through each lap, but specifically that final lap. What was going through your mind?
Oh, honestly, I was just so out of gas. It was such a battle at the beginning of the race. I pulled a whole shot, and I came out with Richard Taylor, and we bumped and grinded a little bit around that front straightaway, and I spun out. It was real ugly. I came out, I don't know what position, maybe 5th. And I knew I had to get in front of Christian to win the overall, so I was working, and worked my way up. It was pretty wild.
Congratulations on back-to-back world titles. It was fun to watch you out there.
Thank you.
This is how the riders finished up in Sport GP today. Sam Nimi taking the win, followed by Christian Daly and Richard Taylor in 3rd place. Coming up, we've got an amazing battle in Pro Ski GP.
Broward Motorsports Pro Watercross World Championships presented by Heyday Wakeboats on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Naples, Marco Island, Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast. By Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride. By Heyday Wakeboats. And by Pro Watercross.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Discover adventure, beauty, thrills, chills, excitement, natural wonders, mouth-watering tastes, and breathtaking moments. Discover your sports paradise in Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast.
And another look at beautiful and sunny Naples, Florida, Paradise Coast. We welcome you back into Sugden Regional Park for the Broward Motorsports Pro Watercross World Championship presented by Heyday Wakeboats. We're going to take a look at the Pro Ski GP Moto 2, and Rick and Kurt are on the call.
Head off!
Matsuris on the outside with a great jump. Tobler
Wilson
next to him. Tobler gets a good jump. Wilson on the inside, obviously, with the hole shot.
Jimmy Wilson took off like a cat with his tail on fire. He's 4 boat lengths out in front of everybody else. Wilson's got position, and Mats just
what a
rips
drive
it out
on
of his
the
hands.
outside, Mats.
That is the Matsuris getting the jet trim hole shot.
Coming on to the last couple turns, Wilson on the inside split, boat number 3. He is going to put that Tim Judge tuned SXR hold Kawasaki boat into the first place finish. What a race for Jimmy Wilson.
Next up, we're going to take a look at a racer to be on the lookout for in the Pro Ski GP. That would be Jimmy Wilson. He is the 2017 national champ. He took the title in West Virginia. He's also a 2-time amateur world champion, and he got his start in the sport through his parents, who raced in the late 80s. And this is a look at the lineup for the Pro Ski GP. Let's toss it up to the booth.
All right, they're ready to go. There
we go.
Matsuris
Knockdown, drag out, Pro Ski GP Racing. Into the first turn we go. Keep an eye on the inside. Matsuris on the inside split. Takes the whole shot in the lead. Let's look outside. Who's on the outside?
Franco Tobler got the whole shot on the outside. That Commander boat awfully fast on the inside. Let's see about Tobler. He's got somebody trying to sweep.
So Wilson is right behind Matsuris on the inside. Here comes Matsuris around on the inside. Keep an eye on boat number 50. Our inside split leader, he is going to take a monster hole shot coming down the front straightaway.
Yeah, he has got the jet trim hole shot award once again, Dustin Matsuris.
And Jimmy Wilson right behind him. These two are battling for the World Championship right here to set up perfectly. No surprise. Mats with the win in Moto number 2. Wilson with the win in Mats won. And in Moto number 2 was Jimmy Wilson with the win. And here we go down the back straightaway, boat number 50, the Commander GP1 Turbo Yamaha, Dustin Matsuris.
Watch the hole shot again on the inside, Commander Industries, Dustin Matsuris on the outside, Franco Tobler. Those two going at it. Jimmy Wilson on the 3 boat right there behind Tobler. Look at the Commander Industries boat. You know, Dustin Matsuris, he's talking to his sensei, Steve Webster down there. I'm sure Webster had some stuff to talk to him about controlling his emotions, trying to take his time with that powerful number 50 machine so that he can last the entire moto. And this the third and final moto. Here he comes onto the front straightaway. Dustin Matsouras on the 5-0, and the number 3, Jimmy Wilson, right there with him. Wilson with that Judge Motorsports power. I am so impressed that he's being able to keep up with Matsouras.
Yeah, Wilson not giving up too much to Matsouras. Matsouras, a really, really great rider. Let's face it, Matsouras is a multi-time world champion, former factory rider, and in third place, boat number 53, Franco Tobler, the 19-year-old Argentinian. He is on the gas as well all weekend long, and he is keeping these two great riders in front of him. You know, he's keeping them in sight. But meanwhile, it's Matsouras in the lead, boat number 50.
I got to tell you, we had talked about Bill Hague earlier. You can tell him because he's got the fluorescent green on his helmet and his boat. He is in that 4th place position. Bill Hague, 53 years old. I'll tell you what, he is doing a heck of a job in that 4th position. Look at him go down that front straightaway, and I'll tell you what, Bill Hague has got to be happy to be at the front up there.
Yeah, anybody that's ever raced a stand-up knows how physically demanding this sport is, and Matsouras right now doing everything he can, using every bit of his energy that he has worked so hard through consistent workouts through his entire career to put that 50 out in front.
Yeah, Wilson doing everything he can. I've watched him going into there. He's tapping buoys with his body. He's trying to minimize the distance on the race course. It's really the only thing he can do to try and catch up to Matsouras on that number 50 Commander Industries boat.
Yeah, they're starting to roughen up a little bit out there. That'll start taking its toll.
Watch them as they come through. I'll tell you what, off that back straightaway, we're seeing boats start to bounce. Even that number 50 Commander Industries machine, it's been planted, but the water's getting rough. You'll watch that thing go bounce up around. When they hit the throttle, you'll see them jump out. You'll watch them leap out of the water.
And the rougher it gets, the more energy that takes out of you to hang on to these boats. It's like a bucking bronco out there.
Exactly.
And it is working these guys every bit. These guys are finely tuned athletes. Matsouras, I've known Matsouras since he was 20 years old over here racing from South Africa on the factory Kawasaki team. And this guy is a serious, serious trainer, multiple championships, and a genuinely wonderful guy.
I was just going to say, you got to throw it in there. He is absolutely just a piece of sunshine when you talk to him. Every time you talk to him, how are you doing, Dustin? Oh, mate, it's going great. It's just crazy.
Been doing interviews with Dustin for so many years, and every time he has been the consummate professional, a joy to work with. I have tremendous amount of respect for Dustin Matsouras. Nothing but positives. He exudes a positive image. He represents the sport. He's one of the great ambassadors for the sport of personal watercraft racing. And right now he is out in front doing a good job of representing his own company, Commander Industries, on that GP1 Yamaha right now.
Well, he's starting to get into lap traffic now. Watch that number 50 boat as he pulls up into lap traffic. He just passed one rider. He's got AJ Lewinstra on the 114 in front of him. I'm betting he's going to get to Lewinstra as soon as they hit that back straightaway. And I'm looking for Jimmy Wilson.
Wilson has dropped back. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Matsouras has laid down the wood on this thing here in Moto number 3, baby.
Well, in all fairness, Jimmy Wilson got caught behind a lapped rider, moved in front of him. He almost came off the machine. That put him back just a little. Now he's trying to reel Mats back in. Unfortunately to say it, luck.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I'll tell you what, if anybody can do it, we've seen Jimmy Wilson all year really ride hard. But right now, I don't think Matsouras was very pleased with that second moto bobble and finish. And he's out there riding like Charlie Manson right now in that boat number 50. He is on the gas around this racetrack as he is starting to gap Jimmy Wilson. Wilson's going to have to really lay it down.
I didn't know you knew him. You know everybody. I'm watching Bill Hague on the far right-hand side. As he enters the back straightaway. As he's entering, Tobler is already over here. Franco Tobler on the far left-hand side. The young man, the young man from Argentina. Oh, as we speak, announces cars. Franco Tobler goes down. The halfway flags are down. Olivia, what have you got for us down there?
Yeah, well, guys, I spoke with Jimmy Wilson and David Cabrera before the race, and they told me the key is all in the preparation. They do high-intensity, high-endurance training, like bike riding mixed in with some other cardiovascular activity, and, of course, strength training. And they said especially when they're on still water, like today on this lake, endurance is key, and they describe it as a full-on sprint.
Thanks a lot, Olivia, and you're right. I mean, in terms of Matsuris, we're watching Wilson right now. We're watching Matsuris, number 50. You know, Mats is a great mountain bike rider. He's also a very, very good surfer, hailing from South Africa. He's an all-around waterman, and he trains in the water surfing. He's on land and mountain biking, along with everything else. He's a very passionate individual, and it's really paying off right now as he's hanging on to that turbocharged Yamaha, man. We know how hard that is, right, Kurt?
Oh, no question about it. And I'm telling you what, if you're training in South Africa surfing with the great white sharks, you learn to stay on top of everything, right? Well, that's certainly working for him now. Check out that number 50 boat as he goes down that back straightaway. Ask him about great white sharks sometime.
Oh, man, absolutely. Matsuris absolutely on the gas, putting in a great ride here in Moto number 3. But remember, he was on the gas looking good in Moto number 2.
I'm going to just tell you, because of the TV monitors that we have in front of us, I'm watching Mats's arms, and they're starting to drop. I'm telling you, fatigue is starting to come in. This is nothing against him. This is a third moto, and I'm watching those arms start to bounce. We're halfway through the race. He may hold on, but this is the only opportunity Jimmy Wilson or Franco Tobler will have if Mats gives up the lead.
And when you have that much power underneath of you, controlling that becomes more difficult as the moto wears on, and it really starts taking its toll. And Wilson knows that. Wilson is a smart, savvy rider, a great champion in his own right, and he knows he's just got to get in position, make sure he doesn't make any mistakes.
He's starting to reel him in.
He's putting the pressure back on.
Look over on the right-hand side. Look at that number 3 machine. He is starting to reel in Matsuris. Lapped riders in front of both of them now. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Matsuris gets by. Rider looks over. Wow, you're going a lot faster, Matsuris. Where's Wilson?
Mats on the gas, but Wilson right behind him, keeping the pressure on him. Mats knows it. Mats knows Wilson is a great rider, great champion in his own right, and he is keeping the pressure on Matsuris here in Moto number 3. These guys have battled all day long. I mean, they've been riding wide open, all out the entire day.
Yeah, and look how close it is now. One lapped rider between them, and Wilson going to dispatch that rider. That rider trying to move out of the way. Here comes Wilson trying to catch Dustin Matsuris. Far right-hand side of the course, Bill Haig between Jimmy Wilson and Dustin Matsuris. Haig looks over, sees Wilson coming. You know Haig's going to move over and get by. He does. He lets Jimmy Wilson by. The sportsmanship that is exhibited out here, especially Bill Haig, but on all these riders, absolutely exemplary. Right now, Jimmy Wilson has a clear line to try and catch Dustin Matsuris. Good luck, Jimmy.
Yeah, now that we've seen these riders work through the lap traffic, the 2 leaders, Matsuris and Wilson, we have a clear field in front of us pretty much for the final battle for a world championship here in Pro Ski GP. It's Matsuris and Wilson. Whoever wins this moto is going to take the world title. They both go to the inside split. Matsuris on boat number 50, Wilson on boat number 3. 2 laps to go for Dustin Matsuris.
Mats coming out of the at the end of the back straightaway, making the right turn. If we're going to count it off, let's go and do that. 1, 2, 3 seconds between him and Jimmy Wilson. He's got 2 laps to reduce that to 0.
But you know, Wilson, as you mentioned earlier, Kurt, has closed that gap. Wilson had dropped back a little bit earlier on, about midway through this race, and he has charged back up, and he is not that far behind Matsuris. 1 bobble by Matsuris, you know, and Jimmy Wilson's going to be all over him like a Herr Kirschner on an airport traveler.
And I was looking at the lapped rider that Mats was going to come up on. He didn't choose the outside. That's 3rd place, Franco Tobler on the far outside. Here comes Matsuris with Wilson, 1 buoy behind him. The final lap. Watch as Mats makes the turn onto the front straightaway on that number 50 Commander machine right behind him. Jimmy Wilson, white flag, 1 lap to go.
Oh, what a race for the World Championship. You can't ask for anything better. Whoever wins this final lap is going to win the world title. It's right now Dustin Matsouras on boat number 50 in the driver's seat. He is charging that Commander GP1 Turbo Yamaha on the final lap, and Jimmy Wilson doing everything he can to keep the pressure on.
Watch the back straightaway. That's Franco Tobler in third place. Your leader coming around to lap up to third place on the final lap. Let's see what happens. If there's going to be any chance for Jimmy Wilson, Franco Tobler is going to have to be involved. Tobler goes to the outside. No question. Dustin Matsouras going to the inside. Matsouras has Jimmy Wilson in tow. 3 buoys for another world championship for Dustin Matsouras.
And here they come, rounding out the final. Couple of buoys, couple of turns left. It's going to be number 50 on the Commander, GP1 Yamaha. Dustin John Matsouras takes the world championship.
What a phenomenal job. I'll tell you what, Jimmy Wilson on that number 3 Judge Motorsports machine, as these two get together and hit the up 5. Let's get down and speak with them.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Discover adventure, beauty, thrills, chills, excitement, natural wonders, mouth-watering tastes, and breathtaking moments. Discover your sports paradise in Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades, Florida's Paradise Coast.
Keep an eye on the inside. Matsouras on the inside split takes the whole shot in the lead. Turns left. It's going to be number 50 on the Commander, GP1 Yamaha. Dustin John Matsouras takes the world championship.
And we saw exceptional competition in this Pro Ski GP, but Dustin Matsouras took the world title, another world championship to add to your record. How did it feel out there today?
Yeah, it felt great. You know, my team over at Command Industries, they built this, we built this GP1 turbo using the Yamaha engine, and honestly, it's just a weapon. So I was really happy to be able to bring it here to Naples, show the world what it can do again, and it was good to come away with the win today.
Well, congratulations on the win. Definitely elite competition here today. And here are the final results for Moto3 in the Pro Ski GP. And this is the moment you've been waiting for. We have incredible video of the men's freestyle competition.
And up, oh, one-handed, one-footed, ballistic. Did you guys see that? 4 360s in a row. Folks, Luke Stocks is putting it all off the water for you. Put your hands together. Your world champion, Luke Stocks.
But you have to check out these incredible women. They are certainly athletes in a sport that you may have not heard of, the women's moto surf.
Here we go. The race is underway with our leader. Flag comes out. There's their winner right there.
Martina Bravensova. Congratulations.
Martina takes the win in the World Cup.
But thanks for watching. For Kurt Nolenberg and Rick Lake, I'm Olivia Stacy. We'll see you next time on CBS Sports Network.